welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be completely different to one of my normal videos. It's going to be one of the most personal things that I'll have ever talked about, and it's going to be about my IVF journey. So a couple of people have wondered why I've chosen to talk about this on social media. It's been a really difficult decision and I haven't spoken about it the whole way through. I didn't let my members know, I didn't let anyone know that I was going through IVF, and it has been a really long process. Close friends and family and some colleagues knew, but that was it. So the reason I wanted to make this video was just to share everything that I've learned so far, but to also just get it talked about. Why should it be a secret? Why should it be something that we feel ashamed about? I think it's important to talk about it and reassure other people that they're not on their own. So deep breath, hopefully I'll get through this. So yeah, I knew from quite a young age that I wasn't going to be able to have children naturally. I didn't know for sure until I went and got some tests. I think it was back in 2012, so quite a long time ago. It might even, no, it was before that actually. I think it was 2008. Anyway, I'd been with somebody for a long time and nothing had ever happened, and I knew anyway, I already knew there was an issue. So we went along for some tests at the time, and it was confirmed that both my tubes are severely blocked. So nothing was basically getting through. I've also got endometriosis, so that can cause a few issues when you're trying to conceive. So yeah, I left it at the time because I was still quite young. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to have a baby or not, and luckily didn't decide to go for it at the time. So if I had have done, I might not have met my husband. So everything happens for a reason, and that's how I choose to look at the fact that I can't have children. Yeah, I could sit and cry about it every single day, and I have cried about it, but I wouldn't have met Chris. And God, I really didn't want to get upset. Oh, so weird. I've been talking to a camera. I don't cry, and I think you just keep everything in, and then when you do start to talk about it, it's actually really difficult. Okay, breathe. I always think when people cry on social media, it's really embarrassing, and now I'm doing it. So yeah, anyway, I wouldn't have met Chris. So yeah, I'm kind of, in a weird way, glad that I couldn't, which sounds a stupid thing to say. But we got married, best day of my life, absolutely love him more than anyone in the whole wide world. And I just thought, okay, it's going to be now or never. So I went along to the fertility clinic again, in Coventry is where I go, and it's all through the NHS. And basically I had to have the frozen embryo transfer. It went really well. I had to do all the injections, I had to do all the medication, all of that was quite challenging. There's going to be a real detailed blog. I'm probably going to do it as a blog, or I might even try and do it maybe even as an ebook or something, because I've literally kept a diary the whole way through the entire thing. So yeah, the more detail about follicles and all of that will more be in that. But yeah, so I produced enough eggs. Apparently Chris's magic sperm and my eggs make beautiful music under the microscope, apparently. They're made really high grade embryos. So they went into the blastocyst stage, and they were frozen, and then when we were ready, they got defrosted and put back in. Sadly it didn't work, so I'm a really positive person, so I think in my head I was visualizing the fact that it was going to work, and I couldn't stay in bed any longer. I crept downstairs and did the test. God, I don't cry. People that know me know that I don't cry. And it said not pregnant. Oh God, I don't even know if I'm going to put this out now. I didn't even expect to cry. I can't believe I'm crying. So it said not pregnant. So I thought, right, okay, it's just one of those things. And I didn't even really cry there and then. I was more angry, and I think because the whole process had took such a long time, nearly 9 months, I felt horrible. I put weight on, my hair was just rubbish, my skin was rubbish, I didn't feel like I was, I didn't feel like I was like me. Oh, for God's sake. I didn't feel like I was fun anymore, and it was just really hard. I couldn't drink, I didn't really go out. It was just a bit rubbish. I don't know if that was attractive. But most of it I did take in my stride. Like, don't let this put you off having IVF, because the injections and everything, they weren't that bad. They weren't that bad, honestly. They weren't that bad. The meds, yeah, okay, you look big, they make you feel horrible, but at the end of the day, they're all helping you do something that you couldn't do otherwise. So after it didn't work, we went away for the weekend and just like spent some time together. And then I decided I'd go and see a fertility like acupuncture specialist. I posted on social media about what had happened, and I've never had so many messages in my life. So many messages of amazing people on Instagram, Facebook, people that I know. Everybody was so sweet. So yeah, I sent flowers for my friends and cards, and you know, my team got me a really lovely present. So it was really lovely, all the support that I got. And so many people said about acupuncture, and I've been quite close-minded about it, and I just thought, do you know what, I'm going to go and look into it. And the lady that I went and met, she's a specialist called Jackie Hurst. She was amazing, and I really came out feeling positive, and I really thought, actually, do you know what, I'm going to try it. There's so much evidence that it works, and it is considered a form of medicine. So I took the advice of loads of people, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. While I was there, she also recommended that I went for a private appointment with a specialist who does work for CRM, Centre of Reproductive Medicine, but she's also part of the Meriden, which is a private hospital. So you can pay for a private referral and go and speak to her, and obviously pay for the appointment and see whether you want to do a private, you know, led fertility. I was under the impression I'd have to pay for my second round of IVF, but because I had all my eggs frozen, I get another go under the NHS, which is absolutely amazing. So I felt really, really lucky, and then I went and met Rena and had an appointment with her, and that was amazing. It was amazing. It was worth every single penny. I've got my overview here, and I'll just read a few things out. Basically, she went right from the beginning and gave my diagnosis. She talked about the fact that I've got bilateral tubal factor subfertility, so both fallopian tubes are severely blocked. It talks about the fact that during the IVF process, I nearly had to abandon the entire cycle because they found some polyps. Polyps can get in the way of the embryo being transferred. So that was a setback. That was really hard to take. So I had to have an operation to have those removed and then carry on with the treatment, hence why I had to have the frozen transfer. So they also don't think that I ovulate, which I'm not sure about, so we'll see. We've got, so it says here, given the diagnosis, the couple attended their first IVF cycle, and the stimulation was used for 14 days. Nicola recruited 7 follicles, of which 7 were retrieved. 6 fertilised with IVF, and embryo division was excellent. So, as I said, they're all really, really high quality, which was why it was a bit of a surprise, I think, that it didn't work. So what we've decided to do is follow the advice that I'm going to be sharing with you now. So basically, we discussed that although the results are excellent, the outcome obviously wasn't excellent because it didn't work. So she mentioned a few different things about checking if we've got any natural killer cells. I've not gone down that route to do that test because it's quite expensive, and I'm just not sure I need it. So what she also recommended, which I didn't know about, was a natural or modified protocol of the frozen embryo replacement cycle. So basically this is where you take some different medication. So it was advised that I might benefit from the modified natural frozen embryo replacement cycle. So I will be having ovulation induction with I can't say all these words, clomifene, so I think it's clomid, and then I'll also have to continue taking other medications, so cyclogest, etc. The meds are great, guys, I'm not gonna lie. So not only do you have to go through the phase where you do injections and stuff, you also have to take tablets orally, and you also have to take them a different way. So I'll leave that to your imagination where those ones go. Not good. Anyway, so I'm going to try this one, and apparently it's got so many advantages, so I'm going to give it a go and see how it goes. So fingers crossed, the next time we try it could potentially work. She's also recommended that I do have the complementary care and the support acupuncture with Jackie, so she really raves about her and she thinks it is fantastic. So you have to have an information session again, even though I've had it already. Before you have another transfer, you have to go back and see the nurses. All the nurses are so lovely. I really like them. They're just so nice. Rena is amazing, and Jackie is fantastic as well. So they are all really good. One of the things that I wanted to share, which was one of the reasons why I did this video, is if anybody else is going through IVF, one of the things I got recommended on my private appointment was some certain supplements to take. So she asked me what I was taking, and the only thing I was taking at the time was folic acid. Now folic acid you do need to take, that is important. These are just like 400g folic acid, but she's also recommended a couple of other things to take. So I have taken the photos of these, so I'll pop those in because it doesn't always focus that clearly. Some sort of Pregnicare medication. So this one is Pregnicare before conception. So this is nutrition for when trying for a baby. So it's got loads of different things in: folic acid, vitamin D and B12. I haven't even checked my face, guys, to see if I've got makeup all over my face. Oh, I have. Let's ignore that. So she also said to take some omega 369 once daily. So this is meant to be really good. This helps you keep a healthy heart. So that was the omega 369. Then she also recommended to take CoQ10. Now the coenzyme Q10 needs to be the 100mg one. I did struggle to find this a little bit. I managed to find it in the end in a health food shop, but it's so expensive. It's these were £26. That's a lot, isn't it? But you know, I'm not going to complain because I'm getting the second one on the NHS. So these are also meant to help you with your energy and stuff. So that's really useful. So yeah, give those a go. Then she also recommended to take calcium and vitamin D. So this is for bones, health, things like that. So what she said was, don't go and buy really expensive versions of these things. So just go to Superdrug. Very often they're on 3 for 2, or maybe Boots. I don't know where the cheapest place to go, but she recommended Superdrug. And most of them you'll be able to find in there quite reasonably priced. So yeah, so basically the latest is I am having a little break. I decided that it had all been too much. I've been doing it since November, and with the polyp and with all the little hiccups and things that I had along the way, I needed a break. I needed to get my life back. It sounds crazy, but I needed to get back to the gym. I just wanted to be able to have a bit of fun. So we decided to book a holiday. So we're going to Dubai. I've never been to Dubai. We just wanted somewhere where we could just chill out, switch off and have a nice holiday. It might be the last one that we get where we're on our own, so we thought we'd go somewhere really nice. I could have started straight away, but it felt too rushed, and I think you've got to go with your gut feeling on stuff like this. So I decided that I wanted a break and that I would go back and start again in November. So It's not easy, guys. Like I said, I'm going to do a more detailed either blog or some sort of diary on an ebook or something later on, once it's all done and dusted. I probably will do updates as I go now. Now I have talked about it finally. And yeah, it is a tricky subject. People, I think, feel quite guilty as well because I am older. A lot of people are always asking me, oh, do you want a family? You know, have you not got children yet? And you know, all these other things. And so many of my friends have got babies or children, and obviously you're faced with people that have got babies every single day, scan photos shared on Facebook, pregnancy announcements, baby arrivals, and you can't be bitter. You can't think, well, you know, how come they're allowed to have a baby and not me? You can't think of it like that, because you're going to really get yourself so low. It is hard. I'm not saying it's not hard. You know, I have felt a bit of a punch in the stomach when I've seen pictures of babies and things. It's not easy, especially when you're going through IVF. It's not easy, but I think you do build up a bit of a wall and you become quite hardened to it, and that's why I'm so shocked that I got upset in this video. I don't even know if I'm going to post it. I'll have to watch it and see. I don't do crying. I don't know why. Maybe I think it's a sign of weakness. I don't know. I keep everything in, and I do that in front of people. So maybe I have just had this like epiphany during filming this, and realised it is okay because I'm on my own, but I'm not on my own. I'm talking to people in theory. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. But anyway, so if you are going through IVF, stay strong. Yeah, stay strong. Try and keep positive. It's hard. I know people are going to keep telling you, oh, just have a rest. Oh, it'll happen when you least expect it. Oh, just go on holiday. We know, don't we? We know. It doesn't work like that. If only it did. You know, they're only trying to be kind. But just stay strong. Communication. Talk with your partner. Don't try and, you know, block him out. Talk to your friends or family. Now I've opened up about it, I don't feel embarrassed. I always felt like I was a failure. The one thing that a woman was meant to do, I couldn't do, and I was so embarrassed. I wouldn't tell anyone. I thought I was broken. I thought I was a failure. I thought no one would want me when they found out. It's just, yeah, you're just so hard on yourself, and don't be. It's not your fault. It's just a lottery. Some people can, some people can't. And luckily there's things like IVF that will hopefully mean that we can one day. So hopefully by me making an idiot out of myself, this has helped somebody out there that's going through IVF. Any questions, any comments, just leave them in the box below. If you did like this video, maybe you can just show me a bit of love, a bit of support, and give it a quick thumbs up. If you are going through IVF, you might want to hit subscribe, because I'm going to be doing more vlogs and stuff as I go through. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a really good day. Take care. Bye.